10 years, 3,650 days of being laughed at, mocked, humiliated. Then one night, everything changed. He woke up a billionaire. But it wasn't luck, and it definitely wasn't overnight. This is the story the world got wrong. Stay with me. His name is David. Today, he's worth $3.7 billion. But 10 years ago, he was the joke of Silicon Valley. Year 1 to 3. The crazy idea. At 28, David had an idea. A big one. Everyone said it was impossible. Not just difficult, impossible. His pitch to investors: I want to revolutionize an industry that hasn't changed in 50 years. Investor response: laughter. You have no experience. You have no connections. You have no chance. He pitched to 87 investors in year 1. 87 rejections. His college friends who got jobs at Google and Facebook, making $200,000 salaries, buying houses, getting married. David, living in a studio apartment, eating ramen, working 18-hour days on something everyone called stupid. Year 4 to 7, the breaking point. By year 4, David was 32, still broke, still grinding, still being laughed at. His family stopped asking about the business. They knew it wasn't working. His girlfriend Ellie left him. I can't do this anymore. David, 10 years from now, you'll still be chasing this fantasy. His bank account, $3,400. His competitors, multi-billion-dollar companies. His chances, according to experts, 0. But here's what nobody knew. David wasn't just working, he was learning, building, perfecting. While they laughed, he was solving problems they didn't even know existed. Year 8 to 10, the final push. Year 8, David was 36 years old. Most of his college friends were senior directors, VPs, making $500,000 annually. David, still in that studio, still alone, still broke, but his product, it was ready. 10 years of mockery, 10 years of rejection, 10 years of people saying, I told you so. He launched quietly. No press release, no big announcement. Just put it out there and waited. Month 1, the whisper. Week 1 after launch, 47 users signed up. Not impressive, but David saw something in the data. Something huge. Those 47 users, they were using it for 6 hours a day. Retention rate, 94%. Week 2, 340 users. Week 3, 2,800 users. Week 4, 15,000 users. Something was happening. Month 2 to 3, the explosion. Month 2, 150,000 users. Tech blogs started noticing. Who is this company? Where did they come from? They came from 10 years of being laughed at. That's where. Month 3, 2.1 million users. Now major publications were calling. We'd like to interview the founder. The same publications that rejected his press releases for 10 years. The overnight billionaire moment. Month 4, 3:47 a.m. David's phone wouldn't stop buzzing. He checked his email. Subject line: acquisition offer, urgent. A Fortune 100 company wanted to buy his company. The offer, $4.2 billion. David read it 3 times, 4 times, 10 times. The company he built while being laughed at for 10 years, worth billions. But here's the twist. He said, no, not because the offer was low, because he knew his company was worth more. The real overnight moment. 2 weeks later, David took his company public. Opening day stock price, $38 per share. Closing day stock price, $89 per share. David's personal stake, 42% of the company. Do the math, $3.7 billion. The headline screamed, overnight billionaire success story. Overnight. He'd been working on this for 3,650 days. But to the world, it looked like magic, like luck, like overnight success. Facing the doubters, remember those 87 investors who rejected him? They started calling, emailing. We always believed in your vision, David. He didn't respond. Remember his ex-girlfriend who left him? She reached out. I made a mistake, leaving you. Can we talk? He didn't respond. Remember the tech journalists who called his ideas stupid in articles? Now, they wanted exclusive interviews with the genius who saw the future. He gave one interview, and he said this: "For 10 years, you laughed, you mocked. You wrote articles about why I'd fail. Where were you when I was sleeping on an air mattress? Where were you when I was pitching investor number 87? You weren't there for the struggle. You don't deserve the success story." The interview went viral. 50 million views in 48 hours. The ultimate move. But David's biggest revenge? It wasn't fame or fortune. 6 months after going public, he did something legendary. Remember that studio apartment where he lived for 10 years? The one where he built a billion-dollar company. He bought the entire building, all 47 units. Then he converted it into free housing for struggling entrepreneurs. The plaque outside reads, "For everyone being laughed at while building their dream, keep going. Your overnight success is coming." What David's story teaches us. Lesson 1. Overnight success takes 10 years. Every overnight billionaire has a decade-long story nobody sees. The late nights, the rejections, the mockery, the doubt. Success isn't overnight. It's a 10-year grind that looks overnight when it finally hits. Lesson 2. Being laughed at is part of the process. If people aren't laughing at your dream, it's not big enough. David was laughed at by 87 investors, dozens of journalists, his own friends and family. But laughter means you're doing something different. And different is what creates billions. Lesson 3. The market doesn't care about your timeline. David wanted success in year 3. The market gave it in year 10. You don't control the timing. You control the work. Keep building. The timing will take care of itself. Lesson 4. Rejection is data, not destiny. 87 investor rejections didn't mean his idea was bad. It meant he hadn't found the right investor yet. Every no is just information. Keep collecting data. Keep adjusting. Keep moving. Lesson 5. Build in silence. Let success make the noise. David didn't argue with doubters. He didn't defend his vision on social media. He just built. For 10 years, he built in silence. Then his success made more noise than any argument ever could. The harsh reality. Let's be honest. Those 10 years were brutal. David missed weddings, birthdays, vacations. He watched friends buy houses while he struggled to pay rent. He was 36, single, broke, and exhausted when his ex said he'd still be chasing fantasies at 40. She was almost right. He hit it at 36. But what if it took until 40? Would it still be worth it? David says yes. I'd rather chase my billion-dollar dream for 15 years than spend 40 years working for someone else's. You're 10 years away. Right now, someone watching this is in year 2 of being laughed at. You're 28, 32, or 38. People think you're crazy. Your idea is stupid. You should get a real job. I need you to hear this. David was laughed at for 3,650 days before the world called him an overnight success. The question: how long are you willing to be laughed at for your billion-dollar dream? 2 years? 5 years? 10 years? Because the length of your struggle determines the size of your success. Your action step. Today, I'm giving you one challenge. Keep building. Ignore the laughter. Trust the process. Your overnight success is coming. It's just taking 10 years to get here. Final truth. He was laughed at for 10 years. Then became a billionaire overnight. That overnight took 3,650 days of work nobody saw. Your overnight is coming to keep grinding. SMASH. That like if you're building your overnight success right now. Subscribe for weekly billionaire mindset stories. Comment what year you're in. Year 1, year 5, year 10. Let's celebrate the grind. Share this with someone being laughed at for their dream. Your overnight billionaire moment is closer than you think, but only if you don't quit. The world will call you an overnight success. You'll know the truth. It took 10 years. Let's go.